the jazzy radio magazine show that keeps you in the know about entertainment, health, food, fashion, lifestyles, and community affairs. Now, at this time, we are going to turn the pages of the magazine to our entertainment segment. And joining me once again, and I'm so happy about this, is, of course, Gary Hines from the Sounds of Blackness. Gary, welcome back. How are you?
Good morning, and thank you, Queen Deniece. I am blessed to it all, and on behalf of Sounds of Blackness, thank you so much for having us back.
It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Now, listen, everyone, Sounds of Blackness appearances include the Olympics, the World Cup, Ryder Cup, the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. I could go on and on, but I'm going to let Gary go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the history of Sounds of Blackness.
I'm happy to, Queen Deniece. In fact, it's a timely question because this year we are celebrating our 53rd anniversary, and we'll be doing that next weekend at my alma mater where Sounds of Blackness was born, McAllister College, here in the Twin Cities.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And 53 years, and the current group, it's interesting, is really actually more second-generation Sounds of Blackness, with yours truly being the exception, because a lot of our current members are actually offspring of original members.
Wow.
So we're blessed to be more than just a band, but a cultural institution, and we've been trying to do that since day one. So we began at McAllister College, as I say, here in the Twin Cities, 53 years ago, and by the grace of God, are still going strong.
Wow, and I'm so happy about that because everyone, a little more history about the Sounds of Blackness, beginning in 1971, as I mentioned, jazz, blues, spirituals, rock and roll, R&B, gospel, hip-hop, and soul. And here at In the Know Radio Magazine Show, our backdrop, of course, is jazz. How important is jazz to you, Gary?
It's extraordinarily important for a number of reasons, Queen Deniece. First and foremost, my mother, the late, great Gary Hines, was an internationally renowned jazz singer. She sang and performed with people like Duke Ellington, Sarah Vaughan, Dinah Washington, Della Reese, Ella Fitzgerald, Nat King Cole.
Wow.
And so growing up in my hometown of Yonkers, New York, shout out to the East Coast, I was immersed in jazz, even as a youth and up to this day. That's number one. Number two, of course, jazz is at the center of the family, as Dr. Billy Taylor used to say, the family of African-American music. And you so rightfully named a number of the members a moment ago, rock and roll, blues, world beat, country, on and on. And so jazz is, as Miles Davis would say, the expression of the soul.
Yes.
As Stevie Wonder would say, the universal language of music. But jazz expresses that creativity and Africanness, really, as much or more so than any of the other family members.
Yes. That's some wonderful information that you're sharing with myself and my listeners. Thank you so much for that. We are embarking upon Juneteenth during the time of this interview, but we look at Juneteenth as something that should be, addressed throughout the year. Tell us a little bit about You're Gonna Win. What does that mean?
You're Gonna Win was our previous single, written by our own Jamesia Bennett, the daughter of the great Ann Nesby, and meaning it's a statement really of faith and affirmation and ancestor energy, Queen Deniece, saying that despite the circumstances and trials, tribulations that we all face, and the extraordinary ones that we face as African Americans, that we have a tradition of persevering by way of faith, by way of sweat equity, and perseverance that will help us to win even in what seems to be losing circumstances.
Now, your current single, Woke, is the anthem of today's movement for racial justice. Tell us a little bit about Woke and how it's featured in the new film, Black Skin.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy to do that. Unfortunately, a lot of people think woke is a new concept. Woke goes back to the 1800s, and woke has been co-opted by some, but it's really always been about awareness and our consciousness of our situation, of our condition as a people. And, we really, it Sounds of Blackness, needed to put an anthem to the woke movement of today, because there were those who were and still are deriding it and debasing it and misunderstanding it. But what we knew is that our parents, our ancestors, sisters, Denise, if they weren't woke, if they didn't know their situation and circumstances, it could cost them their lives. So as we say in the song "Woke," it ain't no joke. You got to be woke.
Wow.
And so we put it today as an anthem for the woke portion of our movement for justice as a people.
Wow. Listen, everyone, Sounds of Blackness has appeared with Quincy Jones, Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Kirk Franklin, Shirley Caesar, and so many others. In closing our conversation right here, Gary, tell us a little bit more about what's on the horizon for the Sounds of Blackness and how my listeners can follow you on social media and continue to stay in the know.
Perfect question, Queen Denise. Today, we are releasing our brand new single called Thankful, and it's available on all platforms and formats and written by Buddy Locke, and our own Jamesia Bennett. But Buddy is the father of Amir Locke, who was tragically killed by police here in Minneapolis. And so Thankful is his dedication to his son, Amir. So that's being released today. And then in a couple of weeks, we're going to re-release Juneteenth Celebration that we released last year as an anthem for the Juneteenth holiday. And we want it to be a perennial, and if you don't have it, I'm happy to send it to you. And in terms of the last part of your question, we would hope that all your wonderful listeners and followers would do the same with us and reach us at either our website, Sounds of Blackness, and soundsofblackness.org, or any of the social media formats, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We are on all of them, and we will respond to you usually within 48 hours.
All right. There you go, Gary. Thank you so much. You know, there's always an open invite for you to come back to In the Know Radio Magazine show.
Oh, thank you so much, Queen Denise, and I will take you up on that. And again, be thankful and about the Juneteenth celebration. So I'll tie both titles together and dedicate them to you and to In the Know and all of your wonderful listeners.
Thank you. We are humbled. Thank you so much, Gary. You have a wonderful day and come back anytime, okay?
Thank you, my queen. God bless.
You as well. Bye-bye. Hey, again, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that conversation. Of course, Gary Hines, the Sounds of Blackness. I know you know about them because coming up in this second hour, I'm going to be playing at least one of their great hits. Again, you are tuned in to In the Know, the Jazzy Radio Magazine show.